Hi everyone. So we are going to talk about a new topic this time, and that is about a drug called as warfarin. I am Dr. Deepika Tikku, and let's get started with a new drug. So now, what is warfarin? So warfarin is actually an anticoagulant. और what is anticoagulant होता क्या है? Anticoagulant means जो coagulation को oppose करता है. So it is an anticoagulant. So it जैसे layman terms हम कहते हैं blood thinner, जैसे खून को पतला करने की दवाई. That is warfarin. और warfarin किस रूट से दिया जाता है? Warfarin is given by oral route. So it is an oral anticoagulant. हमारे पास ऐसी भी ड्रग्स हैं जो कि parenterally दी जाती हैं, which also work as anticoagulant, like heparin. So this is the oral form. ठीक है? So let's switch on to the mechanism of action. What is the mechanism of action of warfarin? अब warfarin क्या करता है? Basically हमारा जो liver है, liver हमारा synthesize करता है factors, जो clotting factors होते हैं 2, 7, 9, 10 और एक स्पेशल जो फैक्टर है जो प्रोटीन सी. नाउ प्रोटीन सी कैसे डिफरेंट है फ्रॉम दीज? बिकॉज इट इज एक्चुअली हैज एन एंटीकोगुलेंट एक्शन, राइट? सो अब ये जो लिवर सिंथेसाइज करते हैं और ऑब्वियसली दे नीड टू बी एक्टिवेटेड. ठीक है? सो ये एक्टिवेशन में विटामिन के का रोल है. सो जो विटामिन के है क्या करता है? विटामिन के इज इन द इनएक्टिव फॉर्म. It gets converted into its active form, hydroquinone derivative, ठीक है? और ये further leads to the activation of these factors. और जो enzyme responsible है for this activation, that is your vitamin K reductase. Vitamin K reductase. So this is what vitamin K does. That's why vitamin K is important for coagulation. ठीक है? Now, what is the warfarin doing here? जो हमारा warfarin W से डिनोट करते हैं, ये warfarin क्या करता है? ये इस एंजाइम को इनहिबिट करेगा, विटामिन के रिडक्टेज. So there is no activation of now vitamin K. So when vitamin K does not get activated, definitely it will not lead to activation of the other clotting factors as well as the protein C. ठीक है? So this is how it exerts its anticoagulant action. Now, important चीज़ें जो इसमें हमें याद करनी है या हमें we need to be careful about is that the first factor which is inhibited here is your factor 7. Why? Why do I say this? Because it has the shortest half-life of 4 to 6 hours. So सबसे पहले ये खत्म होता है. Because warfarin क्या करता है? Definitely it will inhibit the activation of the newly synthesized जो clotting factors है. But the factors that are already there in the blood, already present, it doesn't do anything to them. So until unless those factors की half life खत्म होती है and new factors synthesize नहीं होते, warfarin will not act immediately. Therefore, तो warfarin में थोड़ा lag period होता है because जो currently active हैं coagulation factors, they are working. Warfarin doesn't have any effect on them. So therefore, warfarin is supposed to have a lag period because of this reason. Now, lag period about 4 days, 3 to 4 days, 5 days, and it cannot be hence given in case of emergencies. तो वहाँ पे हमें heparin like drugs use करनी है. So सबसे पहले factor जो inhibit होगा वो है factor 7 because it has the shortest half life. उसके बाद ये 7 गया तो अब रह गए बाकी. उसके बाद नंबर सेकेंड लेवल पे जो इनहिबिट होता है दैट इज योर प्रोटीन सी, राइट? इट हैज अ हाफ लाइफ ऑफ अबाउट 8 hours. दैट इज द सेकेंड. अब प्रोटीन सी एंटीकोगुलेंट है. सो डेफिनेटली जब एंटीकोगुलेंट का एक्टिवेशन इनहिबिट होगा तो क्या होगा? देयर इज फैक्टर 9 अभी भी है, 10 भी है और 2 भी है. तो कोगुलेशन फैक्टर्स ज्यादा हैं और एंटीकोगुलेंट कम है. थोड़े से टाइम के लिए जब तक ये सारे फैक्टर्स एक्सक्यूज मी इनहिबिट नहीं होते तब तक कोगुलेशन फैक्टर्स का डोमिनेंस है. सो देयर विल बी मोर ऑफ हाइपर कोगुलेबिलिटी ऑफ द ब्लड. सो ब्लड हैज अ टेंडेंसी टू गेट क्लॉटेड. ठीक है? सो फॉर दोज फ्यू डेज. सो देयरफॉर दैट इज वन इशू विद warfarin. सो व्हाट वी डू यूजुअली इज हम warfarin जब भी स्टार्ट करते हैं वी ऑलवेज कंबाइन heparin with warfarin. Because warfarin will take about 3, 4, 5 days to have its maximum effect, and till that time heparin will do the job. And once the effect of warfarin aa gaya, then we can take away heparin and only continue with warfarin. That is the reason. And the last factor to be inhibited, jiska longest half life hai, that is your factor 2. So factor 7 is the earliest, second factor is the protein C basically, and last में it is your factor 2. तब तक इसका effect आ जाता है. So this is one important reason कि इसको हम emergency में क्यों नहीं use कर सकते, because one reason is that it has a lag period. ठीक है, so it cannot be used immediately. It will take some and we cannot afford to wait for that much time for the anticoagulant effect to occur. So we give heparin in the meanwhile. Now, important thing about the pharmacokinetics of warfarin. See, this is one drug which has the maximum plasma protein binding. It is 99% plasma protein bound. So if this is your plasma protein and here is your warfarin molecule, so 99 molecules, 100 में से 99 molecules are bound and only one molecule is free for its effect. Now, what is the importance of this? So if you give a drug which binds to the same plasma protein as warfarin, it can displace warfarin. So drug displacement reaction हो सकता है, ठीक है. और let's say this is the drug here and आपने ये दी है and it is going to now displace warfarin. So what will occur now? 99 की जगह अब यहाँ पे सिर्फ 98 molecules रह जाएंगे and one more molecule will come here. ठीक है, so 98 will be bound because displace हो गया, so one more free. So see, 1 plus 1 is 2. So the action of warfarin has, if you see, has actually doubled. And you know, doubling of action means anticoagulant effect iska double ho gaya. Now that can be dangerous in the patient. It can lead to heavy bleeding in those patients. So one has to be very careful when you're giving it with drugs. There are certain drugs like NSAIDs, you know, those just indomethacin and all drugs, which can displace warfarin from its plasma protein site. This is the significance of knowing about its plasma protein binding property. Now, activity of warfarin can be increased by what all factors? So, सबसे पहले अगर आप enzyme inhibitors देते हो, so obviously enzyme inhibitors का क्या काम होगा? CYP जो होते हैं enzyme inhibitors होते हैं, वो इसको inhibit करते हैं and increase in the level of warfarin, because slowly metabolize होगा तो there will be more warfarin in the body for a longer period of time. That is the important thing. Number 2 जो हमने अभी किया, that is your plasma protein binding displacement reaction. So any displacement reactions will enhance the effect of warfarin. Opposite to that अगर हम करें कि decrease कैसे होगी, if you give some enzyme inducers. So enzyme inducers, specifically, let's say patient is on phenytoin, patient is on rifampicin. So let's say the patient को epilepsy है, patient is on phenytoin, patient को tuberculosis है, patient is on rifampicin, और साथ में patient को कोई stroke वगैरह develop हो जाता है जिसके लिए इसको warfarin देनी पड़ रही है. So क्या होएगा? You have to adjust the dose of warfarin. You have to decrease the dose of warfarin here because the metabolism, or sorry, increase the dose of warfarin here because metabolism is going on decreasing here. Number 2, any drug which increases the synthesis of clotting factors. For example, let's say there is a female who is on oral contraceptive pills and they contain estrogen. So estrogen का क्या role होता है? Estrogen increases the synthesis of clotting factors in the body. ठीक है? Estrogen is also a drug which increases the coagulability of the blood. So increases the synthesis of clotting factors. तो एक तरफ से आप anticoagulant दे रहे हो, एक तरफ से clotting factors बढ़ा रहे हैं. So this will contradict the effect of warfarin. So it will lead to decrease in the effect of warfarin. That can be one important factor. Now, dosing guidelines क्या होने चाहिए? Warfarin. It is very, very important. These drugs which have a narrow, therapeutic margin, they need to be given very carefully, because if you give less amount of this drug, there will be no anticoagulant effect. If you give high amount of this drug, then there will be excessive action leading to bleeding. So uske liye, what is the important parameter that we have to monitor? That is called as INR, International Normalized Ratio. And this is calculated जो भी patient is on warfarin, you monitor the patient's prothrombin time. So prothrombin time of the patient is monitored and it is divided by a prothrombin time which is controlled. It is standardized all over. Okay? So there is no variability in the response. So patient's prothrombin time is monitored and you divide it by a control level, that is of patient prothrombin time of control level. So when you calculate, अब लैब में रिपोर्ट भेजोगे, पेशेंट का टेस्ट होगा, frequently patient who is on warfarin उसका INR टेस्ट होता रहता है, and if the INR is between 2 to 3.5, that indicates your dose is perfectly fine. If it is less than 2, that means your dose has to be increased. If it is more than 3.5, that means the dose has to be decreased. So this is an indicator. It tells the doctor whether you are giving correct amount of warfarin in these patients or not. So this is the most important dosing guideline, right? Now adverse effects, जो भी दवाइयाँ हम anticoagulant ले लें, antiplatelets ले लें, जो भी interfere करती हैं with the coagulation mechanism, the clotting mechanisms, so उनका हमेशा जो major adverse effect रहता है, that is your bleeding or hemorrhage. That is really, really important to take care of. Right? So, bleeding depend करता है whether it is very severe or it is not that severe. And who will decide severe है कि नहीं है? That is your INR again, my friends. So, INR, if it is less than 10, you have to calculate the INR of the patient. If it is less than 10, you just need to stop warfarin and you need to wait till the INR gets normalized. That is between 2 to 3.5, and then you can restart warfarin slowly with low dose. एकदम से dose नहीं बढ़ाएंगे, low dose, and again we keep on monitoring the INR. But let's say the bleeding is severe and in your INR is more than 10. Definitely we have to stop the drug, stop warfarin. And here we have to give the antidote. And what is the antidote for warfarin? Yes, it is vitamin K. So you give vitamin K, 2 to 5 milligrams is given, and that is the specific antidote for warfarin. Because of this factor, patients who are on warfarin, उनको green leafy vegetables जो होते हैं जिसमें vitamin K होता है, that they are not allowed. उनको बोला जाता है don't eat because it contains vitamin K which will interfere with the action of warfarin. So like spinach hai, kale hai, they are those green leafy vegetables because they contain vitamin K. So vitamin K here is the antidote for warfarin. So you give this vitamin K, and even you can give fresh frozen plasmas जिसमें we have your clotting factors are there. You give this straight away and patient को चढ़ाते हैं हम plasma. So these are the things to be managed, whether the bleeding is minor or it is major or severe, depending on your INR. Right. जो second इसका actually adverse effect हो सकता है, because I told you initially there can be hypercoagulability जैसे हमने बात की, तो sometimes that can lead to gangrene, cutaneous gangrene, and patient has a typical purple colored, the skin purple हो जाती है, purple skin syndrome, because ऐसे areas में like on the foot, because of the gangrene there is purple necrosis, gangrene ऐसे नजर आता है, purplish toe, because वहाँ पे blood supply नहीं पहुँच पाती. So that's another side effect of this. Uses of warfarin. Now these anticoagulants जो warfarin है basically क्या है? See, this is artery and this is vein. जो arterial thrombi होते हैं, they are rich in platelets. This is, let's say these are the platelets. So arterial thrombi are rich in platelets and they have less of the fibrin. ठीक है? So this is your arterial. This is the vein. In contrast, the venous thrombi जो होते हैं, they have less of platelets and they have more of fibrin. So definitely अगर आपको arterial treat करना है या venous thrombi treat करना है, depending, यहाँ पे arterial cases में आपके antiplatelets would be more effective. and here your anticoagulants or fibrinolytics जो भी fibrin को lyse करें, anticoagulants. So in case of deep venous thrombosis, DVT, deep venous thrombosis, whether you are going to prevent it, जिसको हम कहते हैं prophylaxis, और हो गई है patient में and you want to treat it. So whether you want to prevent किस में करेंगे? Patients who are in a hospitalized state और घर में भी who are bedridden for long time, 2-3 महीने, they have कोई major fracture हो गया है, fractures हैं, they are immobilized on the bed, कोई surgery है, कोई stroke है, for any reason the patient is immobilized on the bed and there is a danger of having the DVT because stagnant है उनका, they are not moving around, so that blood gets stagnant, hypocoagulability हो जाती है and there is a danger of small form embolize, ठीक है. एंड अगर वो एम्बुलस थ्रोम्बस फॉर्म होता है फिर डीप वेनस थ्रोम्बोसिस एंड वो छोटे छोटे एम्बुलाइज फॉर्म होते हैं, इट कैन गो इनटू द कॉजिंग पल्मोनरी एम्बुलिज्म एंड दैट्स रियली डेंजरस. सो प्रोफाइलैक्सिस हो या ट्रीटमेंट हो, वी प्रेफर एंटीकोगुलेंट्स, सो वी कैन गिव दीज ड्रग्स. So usually low molecular weight heparins are much preferred, but then you can also give warfarin. Now, if I talk about myocardial infarction or an unstable or an angina, which जहाँ पे danger है for myocardial infarction, usually antiplatelets are more effective, like aspirin or clopidogrel. But just to prevent any kind of pulmonary embolism जहाँ पे frequent है, हमें डर लग रहा है कि it can have recurrent embolism के chances हैं, there you can add warfarin. Otherwise, this is the venous thrombosis जो होता है, that is one of the major areas where these drugs are used. So this was all about warfarin. I hope I am clear in this video what is warfarin. And so it's an oral anticoagulant and it has an effect on the vitamin K, inhibits the activation of vitamin K and therefore the activation of factors synthesized from the liver, that is 2, 7, 9, 10, including a protein C that is inhibited. And what we have to take care of is the dosing. Dosing कैसे decide करनी है? By calculating the INR, which is the international normalized ratio. It's a ratio आती है. So it should be between 2 and 3.5. Less than 2 means you have to increase the dose. More than 3.5 you have to decrease the dose. Major problem or major side effect, adverse effect is hemorrhage. And if the bleeding is so much, how do we make out what to do? We again do the INR. And INR is less than 10 or more than 10, we decide the treatment accordingly. Agar less than 10 hai, you have to stop the drug, yes. And you have to wait till the INR gets to the normal range. And then you can restart your warfarin slowly. Low dose पे. But अगर ज़्यादा है, then do not give warfarin. You just have to stop the drug. Yes. The second thing, you immediately give an antidote for warfarin, which is vitamin K, and you can also give fresh frozen plasmas. Immediately coagulation factors patient को दे दो. So that is the importance of knowing about the INR. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep uploading more videos in future. So thank you so much.